Okay, second sync test. Okay, open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay. Alright. Okay, due to a monumental fuck up on my behalf because I can't really play PC games with the shit, and apparently read out loud with the shit too. Something catastrophic happened in the last attempt, so this is my third go at trying to record this game called Everlasting Summer. It's supposed to be a quite enjoyable read, but due to my fuck ups, I kind of stumble a lot, and yeah, some bad things happen after I restart this game all over again. Now, hopefully, well, thankfully, I'm not too far into it, so restarting's not really that much of an issue. But yeah, if I had been like kind of maybe it would, well, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just woke up. I got off of a really, really intense shift. My feet hurt like shit. My legs hurt like shit. Everything hurts. So it's kind of miraculous that I'm doing this right now. Well, you don't need the lower half of your body to work, computer. You don't need the upper half. All right. I'm gonna try and read this without the music in the background because I think that's fucking me up too. I mean, I have it on a little bit, but it's not going to barely hear it, so it should be alright. So let's do this thing one more time. Let's hit it. Reaper Strain 006. Take 3. New game. I'm going to try to read this thing straight, so be a little patient, okay? I was having that dream once again. That dream? Same thing every night, but it's all forgotten in the morning, as usual. Maybe it's for the best. Only a glimpse of memory will remain, of gates half open, as if inviting me somewhere. Two frozen stone pioneers standing down. What the fuck? Where's my brain going? Okay, standing close. And also, that strange girl who keeps asking me. I'm trying to be all dramatic and shit. My brain's like, no, I'm just gonna fuck you over anyway. Will you come with me? Come? But where? And why? And where am I anyway? Of course. If it all would have happened in real life, I would have certainly be scared. This much is sure. But this is just a dream. The same one I see every night. There must be a reason. You don't have to know where or why to realize something is really happening. Something desperate for my attention. Since everything that surrounds me here is real. As real as things in my own flat, I could open the gates, hear the hinges creak, burst the crumbling rust away with my hand, inhale the fresh, cool air, and shiver from the cold. I could, but to do that, I would need to pick myself up, make a step, move my hand. But this is a dream. I understand that, but what of it? What would change my understanding? Because here, it's just like on the other side of the cracking screen of an old TV, which struggles to fight against the static noise and strives to show its audience everything without missing a single detail. Damn, I hate it when this game does that. It's like I'm trying to make something really mundane sound really, really sophisticated, and it's not working for me whatsoever. But the picture's getting blurry. Must be waking up soon. Yeah, dreams don't look like that, homie. Maybe I should ask her something. Like, is there someone here that I should know? So remember, look at your screen. Look at the screen. I see an owl. I see 2 people. I see a gate. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should ask her something. The girl. What's her name? About the stars, for instance. Those Stars? Okay. Why the stars, though? I'd rather ask about the gate. Oh, what? I'd rather ask her about the gates. Yes, the gate. She would be so surprised. Or better, Y dot over I was called a tittle, but dot over J was called a superscript dot. I still get so what the fuck every time I read it. Nice letters. As if they don't exist anymore. Still, what do letters, gates, and stars have to do with this place? Because if every night I'm having this dream, which would be forgotten soon anyway, I've got to look for answers here and now. And there, if you look carefully, you can see the Magellanic. I'm gonna say Magellanic clouds. There we go. Fuck it. As if I ended up in the southern hemisphere. And by the way, this game is rated M for mature, so it's like, yeah. It's like it doesn't start out that way. In a dream, there are the small things that catch the most of your attention. Unnatural color of grass, impossible curves of straight lines, or your own distorted reflection. While the real danger, which could put it into everything right here and now, seems a trifle. Yeah. It's natural, since here you cannot die. I know for sure. I've done it hundreds of times. But if you cannot die, is there a point to living? Sure there is. You're immortal, you can live forever. Who wouldn't want to live forever? But the pansy, he's like, oh, like a vampire's like, oh, I could live forever, but I just want to die. Man, but Stat was right, man. It's like, damn. It's like, yeah, how could you stand listening to someone bitch and moan about dying for like a century? It's like, come on. I should ask the girl. She's a local. She should know. Yes, exactly. I should ask her about the owl, for example. One strange bird it is, though it doesn't matter. Will you come with me? And every time I have to answer. It's the only way, otherwise the dream will never end, and I will never wake up. Yes, I'll come with you. Every time it's so hard to decide on the answer. Where am I? What am I doing here? Who is she? And why does so much in my life depend on this answer? Or maybe it doesn't. It's just a dream after all. Just a dream. Is this still recording? Yep, it is. I want to make a Max Payne reference, but damn it, I made it so many times before it's getting old. Alright, so keep in mind, do not hit this, do not hit that. That will speed this shit way the fuck up. And skip over like a lot of exposition. Okay. The computer screen stared at me as if it were alive. Sometimes it really did seem to me that it was conscious of itself, had its own thoughts and wishes, ambitions, that it had feelings, could love and suffer. As if in our relationship, the screen wasn't an instrument. It was me, lifeless piece of plastic and textile. I don't even know what the hell that is. There's some truth in that. Probably because the computer provides 90% of my communication with the outside world. Anonymous image boards, some chat from time to time. Rarely ICQ or Jabber. And forums even more rarely. people on the other end of the internet cable simply do not exist. They are all simply creations of his sick imagination, an error in the source code of a kernel bug, which started living a life of its own. Hopefully this is somewhat cyberpunkish, so I can keep my interest. Toast! Okay. Sorry, I keep testing my mic to make sure it's like listening to me, because I can barely see that line moving in the what the hell is this program called? Sound recorder. Yeah. If one looked at my existence from the side, such thoughts would not seem so mad, and a psychologist would surely give me a bunch of sophisticated diagnoses and maybe write a doctor's referral to an asylum. Take pretty pictures though. A small apartment with no trace of repair or semblance of order in it, and always the same view out of the window on the gray megalopolis running somewhere day and night. Such are the conditions of my life. Well, of course, it didn't all start like this. I was born, went to school, and finished it, like all the others. I was accepted at the university where I spent a year and a half training and struggling. I drifted through several jobs. Sometimes it was working out quite well, sometimes I was even getting decent money for it. But it all felt like it was not mine, as if taken from another man's biography. I wasn't living a life to its fullest. I was looping on in monotonous circles. As in the Groundhog Day movie. Crap, I started to make references. No, I'm not gonna read the references part, because I feel kind of breaks continuity. It's just I had no other choice in how to spend my day, and every day repeated itself, a same vicious spiral of emptiness, misery, and despair. For the last few years, I just sat in front of the screen all day. Sometimes there were menial jobs. Sometimes my parents helped me. All in all, I was able to provide for myself. No wonder, really, since my needs are quite minor. I hardly leave my home, and my communication with other people almost entirely consists of online correspondence with the anonymous, who have no real name, no gender, no age. So in brief, quite a typical life of quite a typical antisocial person of his time. So in brief, quite the typical life of an antisocial person of his time. There we go. Kinda Donnie Darko on a minor scale, without doomsday-related visions. Maybe some highly respected director will make a movie about me, and it will become a classic of modern drama cinema. I don't think so, dude. Or I'll make one myself. However, what's the point of fooling myself? I tried many times, but can't even come up with a single script. Simple script, damn it! Come on. Like, you keep anticipating, like, you think he's gonna say one thing and he says another. I have also tried learning many other things. Not gifted enough to draw. Programming, got bored. Foreign languages, takes too much time. The only thing I loved doing was reading. But still, I would never have called myself a scholar. Perhaps I was an ace in watching anime and grandmaster of lame internet jokes. If I were to get paid for it, I would probably be a happier person, and a richer person too, but I doubt it. It would fill a hole inside me. Yeah, this is how it's written. They can make sense in Russian, not so much in English. Today was another typical day of a typical loser's typical life. And today is the day when I have to go to my university reunion. Frankly speaking, I really did not want to. It's hard to place where we are. I think we're in Japan, but I'm not really sure. And what is the point? Time I spent with them was so short. However, I got persuaded by a friend, my former university mate, and one of the few who I kept in touch, not only through the internet. This would be so much better animated. Well, this was made on a shoestring budget, though. So I kind of understand. It's indie, so you have to understand that it's not like you're used to playing like full-fledged games. So it's like you have mocapping, you have animated sequences if it's like an anime type deal or whatever, right? We're dealing with indie games, so you have to keep it simple. It's like the simpler it is, the more affordable the game can be for on the developer's end, and you can get it pushed out. So it's like all you should expect from an indie game is like basically a lot of emotional impact, and a lot of story. A frosty evening, bus stop, waiting. I never liked winter, though hot summer's not my season either. It's just that I see no reason to point out any particular time of year. It doesn't matter much what weather it is outside, since you spend 24/7 at home. The bus today was running so late that I was about to curse it all and spend the last few hundred rupees for a taxi. The idea of returning home didn't cross my mind for some reason. As usual, millions of thoughts flew through my mind, but there was not a single useful one to risk on seas. Such thought that you could bring to existence, give it shape, turn it into an idea, and put it into practice. Maybe I could start my own business. Where would I get the money from? Maybe I could go back to working in an office. No way. Maybe I should try freelancing. But what skills do I have? Who needs me after all? This guy sounds like he's on a one-way trip to suicide. I suddenly remembered my childhood. Or rather, 10 years. Teen years. The time when I was 15 to 17 years old. Why exactly those years? No idea. I guess it's because back then everything was much more simple. It was easier to make decisions, so complicated now and so simple then. Waking up in the morning, I knew exactly how my day was going to pass, and I always equally looked forward to the weekend. Then I could get some rest and have time for the things I liked: computer, football, going out with friends. And then, at the beginning of the next week, I'd take up my studies again. Back then, there was no such worrying questions asked: why, who needs it, what will change if I do it, or what will not change. A simple life stream, so casual for any normal person, and so odd to myself today. Careless childhood age. It was also then that I met my first damn. Let me go skip that. Damn it! It's like, that's the one thing about me. It's like, I'm not really an emotional person. It's like, that touchy feely shit is like, that's just not me. Oh god, no. Damn. Okay, you gotta push on. I could talk about everything else except that, the L word. It's like, but like when it's like when you say it in like another context that doesn't refer to a person, I can say it, but when it refers to a person specifically, sorry, mouth's getting dry. I really can't. I can't deal. So yeah. Okay. Woo. Yeah, no, that's in the air. So let's do this. Her appearance and character have vanished from my memory. Only her name remains, like a brief line from a social network profile, along with the feelings which overwhelmed me when I was with her. Affection, tenderness, desire. None of which I have. To care for her and to protect her. Sadly, it didn't last long. Today, I can hardly imagine something like that happening. Or I'd probably like to meet a girl. Why do I get choked up when I talk about that shit? See? It's like my body has like a natural response to that, and it's like no. It's like, get the fuck out, go. But I don't know how to start a conversation, what on earth to discuss, and how to attract her. Well, I haven't met a suitable girl for a long time. But where can I meet one? Try Tinder? The sound of an engine working brought me back to reality. A bus pulled over. There's something abnormal about it, I thought. Then again, it doesn't matter. Only the 410 runs this route. Ooh, that looks cool. Street lights passing me. It's as if their cold light sparks inside of me, trying to light up feelings long dead. Or maybe not sparks, just awakens them. Because those feelings, they have been living in me for a long time, cooling down and waking up again. The driver's radio was playing some very familiar tune, but I wasn't listening to it. I was watching the cars passing by through the fogged up windows. Because people are always rushing somewhere, chasing something they need, stuck in their own little worlds. Why would they care about mine? They probably have their own serious problems, or maybe they have each other much easier lives. Some people do. Some people do. Rich people have easier lives. Shit. See how they live. Well, probably not. Their lives probably filled with stress and shit. They say poor people have an easier life, but their lives are filled with stress and shit because they have to because they work for rich people. Poor people work for rich people, they're miserable. Rich people are miserable because they have too much money and too much stress in their life. So everybody's miserable. Oh, that is a nice billboard. That's what I love about manga. I'm gonna call this a manga right now. It's not a graphic novel. No, maybe I'll tone it down. Maybe call it a graphic novel because manga is a little bit more art-driven. Graphic novels, you can kind of linger on one page for like a long ass time and just kind of observe things. Oh, is that an? Oh, that is an Aston Martin. Holy shit! Yeah, I don't think we're in Japan. We're somewhere. Just look at that grill. Okay. All right. I digress. You can't know for sure, since all people are different. Or aren't they? Sometimes, someone's actions can easily be predicted. But if you try to look inside his soul, you will only see impenetrable darkness. The bus was approaching downtown, and my thoughts were interrupted by the bright city lights. Hundreds of ad boards, thousands of cars, millions of people. I was watching this light show, and somehow I got terribly sleepy. My eyes closed just for a moment, and then... It's hotter than a summer! That's that damn K-pop song.